Hello and welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial I will show you how to skin a model with the toolbox. For this I will use a model I have already created, and it's the P51. I have this model for quite a while now, and now I will skin it for you. So basically, before we can start with the skinning, we have to make sure that all parts of the model are in a unique place. All parts are not overlapping each other, so there are no influences from one part to the other part. If you look at the texture editor, you can see all parts have their specific position and are separated from each other, but you also notice currently no part is filled. Why? Simple. If you build a model like this here, the model has no real texture file. The texture you currently see here, the colored fields, are system generated, but it's not a bitmap. For texturing a model, we need a bitmap. So, for texturing, we go to import texture from a model. As you can see, nothing has changed. The model still looks the same, but if we look inside the texture editor, we now have all elements filled. This means we have now a bitmap file generated in the system and can paint on this bitmap file. So, how can we paint our model? For this we have the texture painter tool here, and basically we can now simply start by selecting a color, the brush, and start painting. Basically that's it. On the other side we have the fill tool. We can select a color, let's say blue, and simply click a part, and the part becomes completely filled in this color. Both painting and filling work with a transparency, so we can set the transparency to 10, take a color black and a larger pen and paint here on the part. So basically these are the main features. So how can we skin now this model in a good way? So first we need a painting or a picture of the original plane. I have already downloaded it, and now we have to extract the colors for the model. So I open the pick color from bitmap and load a bitmap I already have downloaded from the internet. Where we have it inside this frame. As you can see, we have a four-side view of the Mustang, and can simply now pick the gray color pick the red from the nose, pick the color from the propeller, and can start now painting, because now we have all the colors necessary. So we start with giving the plane this green color by filling the necessary parts with the basic gray. So starting with all the necessary parts, we fill it with gray. So, main color is set, the gray. And now we can have a look at the picture. So we have a red nose. Switch the nose color to red, and we have also red tail here. Now switch to red, and we have these green gray on top on here. It's here, here, and here. Also here. And going a much farther. So this part, this, and this are also colored. And this too, but we have to do some gray in the middle here. And these parts up here have to be gray. So antenna. Now we have to make the details. For details we need to take the painting tool. Smaller brush, I prefer the size of 3, and by clicking the middle mouse button or one of the extra buttons, you can select a part while painting. This part is centered while painting, so you can jump to the part and color it in your way you want. Oh no, not black, I want to have a gray. And now we can paint these details as we need it. A little bit too much. Correct it. So basically, that's the way how you paint a model. You can now start adding details like the black stripes here by simply going to the wings and paint it on the wings. And basically that's the way you can paint the model. If you require more detailed paintings, there's also the option to open the texture builder, zoom in and activate show element marker and jump to element, and this will center the selected element. So if you want to paint this in the proper way here with the stripes, you simply click on it with the middle mouse button, and you have this part now active in the painting tool. And now you can simply, like you paint on the model, also paint here with the same brush, the same options, and all the other stuff. If you have two monitors like I use, it's quite simple. I have the texture editor on one monitor and the model on another, and simply click on the model and paint on the texture editor. And for details I paint also directly on the model. So basically that's all. We have a few stuff left on the texture painter. First of all, we have the color picker. With this you can choose a color directly from the model. So the green and so on. And we have also a back button which will switch back there we have it, which allows you to take the last 50 steps back for painting. So basically that's all about building and texturing a model. I hope you enjoy this tutorial.